Hey fellow crypto enthusiast, welcome to today's quick trend analysis. Let's get started. By taking a closer look at the hourly time frame for IOTA, the price went down only slight by about 0.8% in the last 24 hours and has a current price of 19.7 cents. Looking at the hourly simple moving averages, the price broke the 20 SMA to the downside, but the volume wasn't very high, which means it is not a very strong signal. The current price is below all simple moving averages for this time interval, which looks bearish, and it is to watch if the closest SMA, the 20 SMA, will play as resistance or the price will break it to the upside above the current price of around 19.9 cents. It's important to note that currently the price is below the 200 SMA, which is normally a strong resistance. A potential move upwards, however, could be signaled if it were to break upwards. The simple moving average is calculated by summing up the close prices for a certain amount of candles and then dividing it by the number of the candles. We use usually the last 20, 50, 100 and 200 candles to calculate the different SMAs. The SMA lines could be used to determine if a trend is currently to the downside or upside. The SMA lines could also show support and resistance levels, and breaking one of them could signal trend to the corresponding direction. Looking for divergence in the hourly timeframe, there was a bullish divergence, but the price went to the downside, which was actually not expected. Jumping to the hourly stochastic RSI, the stochastic RSI currently shows no overbought or oversold conditions, but the %K line is below the %D line, which means the current trend is on the downside. Looking at the hourly MACD, the MACD line is above the signal line, which shows that the current trend is on the upside. But according to the MACD histogram, we can see that the momentum is going down. Owing to this, we can expect the price to remain stable, and you should wait and see if the MACD line will cross the signal line, which will be an upward trend. Looking at the 3-hourly simple moving averages, for this time interval, the current price is below all of the simple moving averages, which looks bearish, and you should keep an eye on the closest SMA. The 20 SMA will play as resistance or the price will peak above the current price, which is around 20.1 cents. For longer price development, the daily time frame should be considered, as the shorter time frames are not as accurate. Searching for divergence in the 3-hourly timeframe, at this time, no divergence was found which could have an impact on the future price, as the last divergence was far in the past. There are two types of divergences: bearish or negative divergence and a bullish or positive divergence. Bearish divergence is when the price is making a higher high while at the same time the indicator is making a lower high. This shows that the buyers are exhausted and a trend change could be expected soon. The same logic applies to the bullish divergence, where the price makes a lower low, but the indicator is making a higher low, showing that the sellers are exhausted. Jumping to the 3-hourly stochastic RSI, the stochastic RSI currently shows no overbought or oversold conditions, but because the %K line is over the %D line, we can deduce that the trend is currently on the up. The stochastic RSI shows similar to the RSI overbought and oversold conditions, but moves quicker up and down to improve sensitivity and generate a greater number of signals. It consists of two lines, the %K and %D lines. The %D line is a moving average of the %K line, so it moves slower. Cross points between the two lines could show a trend change. Looking at the 3-hourly MACD, the trend is currently going down because the MACD line is below the signal line. The MACD histogram shows that the momentum is currently indecisive, so consolidation for some time or shifting the momentum could be expected, and it is to wait to see if the MACD line will cross the signal line, which will be bullish. The moving average convergence divergence, or short MACD, uses two moving averages, usually the 12-period and the 26-period moving average, subtracted from each other to create a single line, the MACD line. Usually, a second line, the 9-period EMA, is used as a signal line. You should keep an eye out for these two lines crossing, which will indicate a trend change and trigger a signal to buy or sell in the respective direction. Thanks for watching, but you should know that trading with cryptocurrencies is very risky, and these videos are only an overview of what happens with the price and a pure technical analysis without considering the fundamentals. So you should read more and make your own investing decisions. See you.